me get my perspective straight here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's good. That's why therapy's good.
Well, last year we went and helped a friend that had some outdoor plants growing, and there was 4 of us that were trimming, and we basically worked all day and got 3 plants done. Like, it was like, you know what I mean? Like, and there was enough hands there working on it, so, but they were pretty good size.
See, that's where the problems come in too, is when you got, you know, 6 or 7 plants that are putting out, you know, 2 pounds each, and you gotta trim all that.
I'm telling you, there's a way you can put that shit on hold if you're on timeout mode.
You have a good drying area.
Or controlled, like, you know, 40, like kind of a refrigerator, maybe just a little bit more than a refrigerator, and humidity control. That should be trimmable for months.
Yeah, if you got a buddy that owns a cigar shop with a big badass humidor.
No, warehouse walk-in cooler, warehouse size walk-in. Perfect.
You guys are out of control. Some buckets would do fine.
His green fingers like, put them in buckets like roses. They'll last for a couple of weeks.
Put them in buckets in a week. You'll have
One of those girls who will trim everything in a day. It's like, how'd you trim more than 5 pounds in one fucking day? Yeah, you don't really ask how. You just fucking make sure they stick it all in their underwear or somewhere.
So, for all you outdoor guys, does it matter? Mendo Doe always has that in their rap about never getting them root bound. You know, does that matter? You think if they've never gotten root bound before they transplant into final home?
I think, yeah.
I don't know. Did I show you my stalk that I got? That root on the end?
Because I'm just asking, like, technically, like, the pictures you see on Instagram where the fucking roots are just a solid white, right? They look cool or whatever, but to me, in my mind's eye, that's fucking root bound, right? Like, you should try to do something to slice that, wrap them roots and fucking do something, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, because your root growth is going to determine your plant growth. You know, you want big fruits, you need big roots, right? So,
exactly.
never have to worry about trying to straighten themselves out or slow down. We're just going to continue to expand.
But I would think it'd be pretty hard to keep
for a long time. And then the taproot figures everything. I would think that if you were seriously wanting to grow some big plants outdoors, you go seed your soil right off. Actually spread out as far as the farthest tip of each branch. So if you've got a spread on that tree 50 feet, that tree underneath actually has root base 50 feet as well. So if you wanted something that would be super durable outdoors, you would go see the soil so you can get all the benefits of them. It's just for stability purposes. You know what I mean? Keep that plant nice and strong as she shakes and wind and water availability, all that good shit. There's tons of benefits letting them roots go crazy.
See, that's kind of how Rex out with a solid cup. And before they can establish roots in the earth, the solid cup all transplanted out to 5. And 5 is in the same right, same spot. It's rooted, but it's not touching the sides of the pod or down to the bottom yet. I'll just pop that thing straight into the soil. So that gives me enough time to kind of let them harden up a little bit. And
But when you say down to the bottom, yeah, I've seen them tap roots on a seed, like before you're even to the 3rd internode, those fuckers are good. I mean, they'll cover that solo cup. They'll be to the bottom of that solo cup. If not, you know.
see, I'm not letting them get that big before I put them in a big pot.
The root hits the bottom of the solo cup when the cotyledon leaves are breaking.
Yeah, when I'm transplanting before it's
Right before they grow it into that whole cup.
Yeah, because I put them in those root riot cubes or whatever, and yeah, they'll get the first set of leaves, and the roots already out the bottom and fucking coiled around, and it's like twice as long as what the plant is. You know?
Right, when you got 2.5 feet of plant, so it's just people
But yeah, I got a stalk in a root ball, and the dude that he never the thing was root bound. He just transplanted it outside. So there's massive roots that are the shape of the container, and then there's like 4 freaking big ass roots coming off of that going into the rest, going into the real soil. But you can see the shape of the container that it was in to begin with. Wild.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I was saying. Like those pictures where you see them super white roots or whatever, they're showing off for a bit. It's like if you're not going to cut that, that'll just kind of stay in there.
Right. And yeah, it's cut. You can see it's swelled, but it's still maintained that like the roots are bigger than what a cup would be pretty much, but they maintain that shape of the cup or whatever it was.
Yeah, and wherever you cut a root, it's going to split. So that's the benefit of that without going to a huge extreme, I guess. You don't have to,
That guy, what was his name? Derek Butt? Wait, I forget what his name is now.
He's hacking his root balls up.
Yeah, dude, he's
that was World's Last Hope.
Oh, him too. Dude,
Yeah.
World's Last Hope, he stripped it down to like scary.
Yeah, the softball size, and he had a mom plant that was like huge. I actually, when I seen him do that, I was kind of like, "Fuck, you went too far, man! Like that thing, it's gonna hurt for a while, but it popped right there, Yeah.
But no, Derek, that other guy, he passed away. He was anyway, he would just do it as regular practice. Trim the roots like you top the plant, because the roots then just spread out like when you top the top. But he was doing clones for sure, and I was thinking, Eagle, like you were saying, I got a post hole digger, I think, out in my patch that I'm using. I'm gonna do a post hole digger all the way down and fill it with like either control mix or sheet perlite or something stupid, so that if the roots grow easily into it, go down as far as I can with that fucking thing, and put a seed right on top of the hole, so that the taproot would go down like 6 feet on its own real easy, like, and then boom, man. That's a brilliant idea. See, that's what I'm doing out there.
Till it rains.
I'm digging holes. They're going from a 5-gallon pot straight into the ground. I'm digging holes that are going to be about the size of a 3-gallon trash can, and filling that hole in with half of the dirt that I take out, and some compost, shit like that, and some super soil left at the bottoms. But that's going to let those roots expand like crazy until we get that hard pack.
That hard pack though is going to limit your end size.
Right. That's the problem. That's why I like digging them. Even though the soil I'm going into is phenomenal, still want to loosen it up in the immediate root area, and then let them get strong to where they can poke through into that hard pack once they get to it.
At one point, if you guys may or may not remember, but I kind of at one point talked about what I'd like to do if I was ever going outdoors, or I think it would be a good idea for like Michigan growers is if you work construction, the tubes, those concrete tubes, you ever seen them for when poles and shit? I think it would be cool as fuck to make those maybe biodegradable, like start a clock with them. You know they're gonna fucking hold up for say 90 days or whatever. Start them indoors like that. Then you could actually go through with that same type of drill bit that you drill post holes and shit with. Go through, whop, whop, you know what I mean? And just drop your plant that you've, you know, cultivated all winter into that hole and then put some dirt right back in, you know what I mean? Let her take off and throw it like that outdoors. Start it, get it as big as you can in the cement tubes and then drill a hole, plant it in the spring. For transplant is what kind of the idea I thought would be pretty cool if you could come up with something.
Best idea I've ever heard. Fun.
I think one reason people mound up or go in pots above the soil is because when you dig in with that, you kind of make, especially like if it's a hard packed soil and you do get rain or water, you kind of made yourself like a mud bowl, really, you know, so you could almost be like holding too much right on them too, and plants will fall fucking over and weird shit, you know, but you can, that can be an issue, and I think that's why they go up above and mound up, but I guess I haven't done it.
I'd like to just take a moment and shout out to Line Cat 420. Because those shrooms are really doing justice, brother. Thank you. I'm just, I'm in a very good spot right now. Thank you guys. Yeah. Thanks, Ben.
Fast and groovy. Gonna be my new one.
Am I the only one that microdoses up here? Or am I know Eagle does.
I might dose things. I just ran out actually. Remember my birthday? I like quadruple dosed the micro on my birthday. I got more coming.
Micro and macro, just depending on the occasion. Everything, you know, right situation, right time, right amount, right dose type of thing.
Those the ones Blind Cat got me. I don't know. I'm not that experienced with them, but they were lots of blue in them. Is that a good sign? I freaked everybody out when I was on acid, so I never did it again. I was doing all kinds of crazy death-defying feats that I thought perfectly fine.
I know what you mean. I should be
Freaking out! What are you fucking doing?
Like, Ty, what did you just ate a whole strip? What the fuck? No, I ate 3 strips. That was about 2 hours ago. You gotta catch up. Let's go have some fun. Yeah, the good old days.
Yeah, that was when I was a kid.
Can't do that no more.
That was my girl. People probably could argue that.
I found out the hard way back in the day that you never want to mix 4 hits of liquid acid with a keg party. Because you don't get drunk until you're fucking hammered. I must have drank like 30, maybe 35 beers before I felt it. And once I started feeling the beers on top of the fry trip, I was stupid, stumbling drunk, couldn't walk, crying fucking balls. That was not a fun experience.
Went to a Pink Floyd concert, what was it, 81, I think. And there was 4 of us in a Volkswagen, and we're coming off the freeway on one of those clover ramps, and it must have took us an hour to fucking inch our way around this clover thing and onto the main freeway. For why? I don't know. The clover thing scared the shit out of all of us. And it was just like, wow. Go slow. Go slow. So you're going too fast. I mean, everybody's freaking out. Then we get on the main freeway. It's just like, and it's weird how you remember those little segments of trips, you know, and then Pink Floyd, holy fuck. Yeah.
And one time, oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, go ahead.
One of the better, or one of the fun times I had on acid was when we went to Disneyland and we dropped acid in the morning and we were, you know, frying all day, and we went back out to my Volkswagen bus for, you know, the 420 session, and next you know, we just heard this dum dum dum, and the door opened up and it was the Disneyland friggin' security, and they had their guns drawn, you know, and they were friggin', they wanted everything. They were called the cops, but we were tripping. They didn't know that we were on acid, so we were pulling the shit out of the fucking curtain rods. We just gave them everything, and they released. They couldn't get a hold of my parents because we were 17 at the time. They called my best friend's parents and released us to them over the phone, and we had to drive home. And yeah, a bunch of guys in a Volkswagen bus had me go hop on the 91 freeway, and we hit the wrong freeway. We ended up hitting a 5, and we were just going, just driving straight up, and you know, we're heading towards freaking Santa Barbara. Good old 1994.
There was one time in the Volkswagen. Volkswagen got a lot of use, by the way, and we had some real lead acids in the back seat, and just fucking a fire started in the Volkswagen. We're all looking for who dropped the joint, right? I mean, smoke is fucking filling the thing, and we all get out of the car, and I pulled the back seat out, and the fucking lead acids had the springs against the battery. It was fried. Fucking seat. I was like, wow, you guys didn't feel that? Well, I don't know. So, Volkswagens were, then we drove that same Volkswagen off the top of Mount Tabor, and it's kind of a big hill, they call it a mountain, but it's not. And we rolled the Volkswagen, right? But there's so many fucking beer cans in the Volkswagen. It was like pillows. Nobody got a fucking hurt. And then we right back on our four wheels, and we drove down the rest of the way. It's like, you can't make this shit up.
Is that fucking Herbie or what, dude?
Dude, the Volkswagen did some major damage. But we just put that thing into the ground. Seriously.
Dude, we were tripping on shrooms. My buddy, we ended up on the golf course. He was driving the fucking car on the golf course, bro. Dude, I don't think we're supposed to be on here with the car.
You know what's fun is ice blocking when you're on mushrooms. Of course. That's
We went to the county fair. We were on the roller coaster and shit on shrooms. That shit was pretty fucking fun. But the best, I'll tell you guys the best. If you're gonna trip out and you wanna fucking, it's good shit. Halloween, man. We went bar hopping on Halloween in college, dude. Everybody was fucking, people with masks on and shit, dude. It's so fucking trippy, man. So fucking trippy. I laughed so hard. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I was tripping out on the strip when they reopened at with 30% occupancy. Friends came out from Cali. We freaking, I don't know, ate an eighth or a quarter and just walked on the strip, and it was like I was in a world of Sub-Zero for Mortal Kombat, because everybody had the masks on, and it was all these different looks, and it was a trip, literally.
Up here, guys, I can't hear shit. Fucking deaf old man here. Damn fucking mushrooms don't make you hear.
Cheers, Igor. Can't hear me with my fucking mute button on, man. I don't know why I'm so heavy on that thing all the time. Cheers.
Igor, EWM. How are you?
Cheers, Igor.
He's having struggle with Zoom. I've had Zoom now for 3 years of my life, and I've lost 30 pounds.
It's a testimony.
was.
Really good.
So I had a terrible last 7 minutes trying to figure out Zoom on the phone.
Victory is yours.
Awesome. Sorry to interrupt, guys. I just wanted to make sure it was working.
No, I was enjoying the frustrated look on your face as you were trying to attempt to enter.
Well, you know, at least you can read my emotions. You know, it's right. They can kill it off of me. I can't hide crap.
I'm arcing a little bit because I want to phone your fucking stuff Russian questions.
Oh man. When we went up to meet Vegas, that was one of the things we did. Me and Blind Cat, you know, he's like, hey, you gotta come up here and get all this stuff. I was like, cool, man. So I just, you know, had some of Blind Cat's stuff and I just chilled all the way. So that's why I was real like calm when we met and everything. Those are some great mushrooms, man. I gotta test.
You were the guy that came with Blanket.
Yeah, that was me.
Fucking A, dude. Jeez. Now I thought you looked damn familiar. Am I high or what? There you go. Sorry, bro. Sorry. Yeah, Igor and I lived in this 12-ton Bravis. Igor did a little better job of lifting than I did. Was there a part missing on there?
No, everything so far seems to be working.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I want to get back to the Blind Cats and actually press some stuff, but I haven't gotten a chance yet. I've been actually working at a mechanic shop. He's closing up in our town. He's putting a bunch of tools in my possession, so we're pretty busy this week, but...
Nice. Right on. No, that's awesome. Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you too. I'm glad to get on here. It's been a minute.
You gotta remind me, what was the BWM again?
Backwoods Mafia.
Backwoods Mafia.
Because we treat everything we do like a family.
La Costa Nostra.
Hey, well, it's all quiet. I'm going to be shameless and plug myself real good.
Yeah, go follow SoCal.
Go follow my YouTube, guys. It's SoCal71S. I'm trying to, I just figured out that I can go live with my YouTube from my GoPro. So I'm trying to get it to where I can do live. But according to YouTube, you gotta have a certain amount of people fucking subscribe to your channel before you can do live stream. I need 50 fucking people to subscribe to.
It used to be 1,000 when I started. I'm glad we bumped at 50.
Oh fuck, I got lucky there, dude.
Yeah. I didn't even realize the GoPro had that, like the GoPro 9 or something like that. I didn't realize that was a specification for going live.
Yeah, I think it's like the GoPro 8, 9, and 10. You can do the live.
Awesome.
I was trying to do it with, I bought a phone mount for the bike. So I could do it, through IG, just go live on IG with the phone mounted up on the bike. But it doesn't work out too well. Yeah, the video looks like fucking, you have to see her.
I was looking at a camera where it fits on like a pair of glasses and it has a little bit of I don't know what you call that, where it takes the vibration out of movements. But I don't know what
Stabilizer.
But I don't know going driving down the waterfalls and everything.
Well, that's all that video is from the GoPro, so it'd be the same quality.
Okay. It wasn't too bad. It looked pretty scary.
Yeah,
I need that drone that follows you around.
no, because my laptop fucker's gonna get sidetracked and go find some crackhead and just start fucking walking around and lose my drone.
complaint in the reviews that they tend to go off to find crackheads. You know.
I heard those nude beaches in the backyard.
No, the beaches here are full of men.
You'd never be able to film yourself in my town if you follow crackheads.
Right? Yeah, no, I've heard of a few guys where they've had their drones kind of like fly away.
Thank you, I'm free.
Yeah.
Hey! Fuck, Bill.
I mean, shit,
I'm booking this is my chance.
I could barely work a GoPro, let alone a fucking drone. Falling.
No, but like that's the thing, like it's automatic.
So, Cal, say something in chat for me, man.
On the drone thing, man, I used to have this buddy, and we lived down the street from these guys, and they do some crazy stuff like, you know, fix their cars at 3 o'clock in the morning. And so he got really sick of it, right? And he actually took his drone and he used to fly it around their house at 3 o'clock in the morning. And he had these like LED mods that he put on the drone. And so basically, when he flew it across their house, it would look like red and blue lights, and they could think the cops were showing up, and they scattered into their house.
I like that. That's a good one. We could have fun with that.
That's what I thought too.
Sorry.
Sheila.
I don't know how many nights we just straight up just terrorizing them, you know, because, you know, they'd be up every other night doing some crap or making some noise. 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, man, just fly that drone around their house about 3 times and get real quiet.
That's funny as fuck. Oh, that's good. I like that. Creative ways to celebration. It doesn't require force.
Right. Just make them afraid of what they're doing in the first place.
We blew right by the 20, didn't we?
Don't
We're
let
all waiting for it, doing countdowns and chat and shit.
No,
We go right by it.
my new trim scissors, dude. I am really starting to like these. For trimming. You guys ever used these for trimming before?
I used to have the others bonsai snips or something.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I got a pack of them for.
I got cheesy shit ones that throw
Yeah, they're cheap.
on me, man.
Oh, okay.
They got sticky and
You pressed in his bubble. He was all happy. Just took
it was good for a little while. Go for it. See how it works.
It might work for you. If it didn't work for us, it might work for you, your situation.
I don't know. If it gets real sticky, I can use it for nose hair, but breeze.
That's the same pair of fiskars I've had for like 4 years.
Well, you know, if you made them real sticky, you just do the old school knife heads. Just heat them up and tap them to the heat source.
Exactly. Like, scrape them off with a razor blade as much as you can, put that on top of a ball, and all good.
I hit him with the lighter.
Yeah, metal stove.
Not careful about it, yeah.
He's scraped everything. Looking back now, he's like fucking gouge into the bowl and shit. He cleaned it. Just fucking, you know, didn't want to miss nothing.
Now you can get it off with a flat pin. It's gotta be steady and then gouge into that shit.
Yeah.
You know, just have a titanium nail on a dabber. You're metal to metal. Or you don't touch the plastic, you'll be alright.
Voice experience.
Absolutely.
Since we're plugging shit, I came home to a pretty cool package, and I always plug them anyway, but fuck, I'm not gonna. But I got the triple filter on. But I got this big old box from BioEgg, dude, that trim the filter off.
Fuck yeah, man. That's awesome.
Not for bigger, so they sent me a whole thing of their new packages, their new products. But so it's a carbon-based micronutrient basically. So it's fulvic and amino acid bound to micronutrients. They got one that's calcium, but they didn't send the little fucking package, dude. It was like, this is like big ass package.
NFL stuff.
And the nitrogen one, which is just amino, I don't know, amino acid. A big ass thing of BAM. They're, yeah, it's expensive shit. Their new, that's what I mean, dude. This is a hookup. This is like,
how much is that?
that's that new Ion 14, which is the silicon, the nano size silicon or whatever.
Oh, really?
And then this jug of their other one, which is the, I gotta figure out the difference, but they're both, it's that Bio Super Sil, which is like fulvic and silicon.
That box must have weighed 110 pounds.
That's what I mean. The shipping is fucking expensive on in there. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah. So I gotta give them a shout because that's huge. Plus they're badass. I already use all their shit anyway. So it's like,
When you say they're nanoparticles, I mean, it's just more bioavailable to the plant. Is that what we're getting at here by more emulsification of the nutrients? Is that what I was kind of hearing there?
yeah, it's like more. Yeah, I guess more available. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get him on for an organic takeover. So
There we go. Fuck yeah, that'd be good. We're talking.
that's kind of where some of that's done. So I gotta line that up yet. Added that. Dr. Foss is one of my favorite. That dude's fucking cool. He's done a lot of shit, you know what I mean? Like he's spent 50 years fucking growing crops and testing shit. And I don't know. His line of thinking is kind of out there a little bit. Like he's not against some of the metaphysical shit, and like, you know. So
Nice. Good. Yeah, right on.
he's using structured water for the water they use in the production in their products or whatever. It's all
That's a smart idea. There's a lot behind that. We were talking about Kagan and pH tonight a little bit, and I've utilized it, and it works, especially in pest control and what have you. Whose mic needs to be muffled? I'm not sure.
Oh, is it me?
It would be tell. Yeah.
Shit, it is me.
All right, there you go. Anyway, so that's another area I personally need to deep dive into. A lot of these areas that you're talking about, so we're just kind of scratching the surface. At least I am. So much more stuff is coming to light, and it seems to be our truth. Whatever, I want to get into it. I want to learn everything right now. Can I do that all at once?
Well, I'm pretty sure in the time I've heard, Dr. Faust did his PhD, like whatever that is, the thesis or something was on like limiting factors of a crop, and basically what he boiled it down to was the limiting factors was the availability of humic acids and basically monosilicic acid, silica.
Yeah, because the molecules are so thick, right? So to emulsify that down, I've heard about it. I'm not well versed in it. So
Well, don't you do that a lot with the DWC? You know, when you do deep water culture, you kind of have to make sure that you're in the right parameters to be able to you make sure you have a nutrient uptake.
I think what we're talking about, yeah, but I think what we're talking about is the molecules, like you have a molecule